Hello folks, my name is Bill Braylark. They call me Mr. Bill over the World Wide Web. And today is a beautiful day out here in Georgia. That's where I live, Atlanta, Georgia. It is so beautiful. This is a park where I go and walk as often as I can. As you can see around here, it is just gorgeous. These are what you call the Georgia pines. They are so beautiful. And today we're going to be talking about natural things in life. As you can see, it doesn't get any more natural than what you see right here. I love nature because I am a Taurus, born in the month of May, the merry month of May. But today we're going to be talking to you about Ultimate Cycler. It's also a very natural way for you to make money. So as we get started on our walk, we're just going to be watching nature, listening to my voice, so that the purpose of this transaction today would be for you to understand why I'm so excited about this wonderful money-making global opportunity called Ultimate Cycler. Now, first of all, this company was started by Mr. Peter Wolfing. He is a 23-year veteran in the multi-level marketing business. And more importantly, over the last, let's say since 1998, he has started his own company. Get that now? Not just working for a company, but started his own company way back in 1998. And it today is a thriving business with a A+ Better Business Bureau rating, as that company is located right there in Manhattan, New York. So you can look it up. It's called Multiplex Systems, Inc. Peter Wolfing, Wolfing, is the man over the internet now known as the tool guy, also as the lead man, because Peter Wolfing has created more software for internet marketers like myself to be able to have our jobs be a lot easier to do. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, I'll give you an example. Every network marketer has to have leads in order to be successful. Most people, when they first grab a hold of something brand new in this particular industry, they call upon their family, their friends, and virtually anyone else that they can be in what we call the 3-foot rule, whoever's within 3 feet of them. So they're going to try to impress upon these people why they need to be doing business with them. That's the whole idea. Unfortunately, the real truth of the matter is most network marketers, they've all used up their privileges with their family, with their friends, and other people that they've met because they've used them time and time again with no success. In other words, they've joined these companies, did not make any money, and so after a while, they've developed a callous in doing business with those particular people. And so they're now members of what's called the NFL, which is the No Friends Left program. They have no family left to call upon for new programs. So that's what Peter Wolfing realized. He had a niche market to create what's called the lead scraper software. This lead scraper software does what the message implies. It scrapes leads from the internet automatically once you set it up. Real easy setup. You just punch in the name of the company that perhaps maybe you've worked with or someone that you know have worked with. And this software will go forth on the internet and will scrape the names, first name, last name, or whatever, email address, and phone number for you. And then it will quickly download it onto a Microsoft Excel software loaded into your desktop computer and download that in a file, and you'll eventually have hundreds, eventually thousands of people that you can call upon who are, for the most part, network marketers. What a better choice to have to pick from a lead scraper that's giving you the information for other network marketers. Well, that's basically how his genius started off, In fact, he's been selling that software for as much as $199 over the internet. And that's pretty important for you to realize, because when you get into the Ultimate Cycler, you don't pay $199. You don't even pay half of that. In fact, you don't pay half of that. It's only $25 to join one time. Now, in addition to the lead scraper software, folks, it's too many of them to go into detail on each one, but I will highlight one other one that is very important as well. This is a program software that Mr. Peters put together, and he gives you the license to use not only the lead scraper software, but all of our digital tools and things that we supply for you to benefit from on this internet. So this is important. Now, this next one here will be called the program for you to dial out the numbers that you've just discovered on that lead scraper software. This auto dialer, as I call it, normally would cost about $495 just for you to get the ability to use that software. Well, you don't pay $495. You don't pay half of that. You don't even pay half of that. In fact, you don't pay anything outside of the $25 that you've already paid to join Ultimate Cycler. Wow, can you believe that? That's a newsflash, folks. Just $25, you have an auto dialer that is going to dial all of these phone numbers and anybody else's phone numbers that you put into it. Let's give you a situation. Let's say that you've got a list of 10,000 names, phone numbers, email addresses, and you wanted to contact these people. Well, you just simply put in there, you program it to have like a 10-second message or a 15-second message, and it'll be something like this. Hi, this is Bill Braylark, and I wanted to stop you for a minute because we have something very, very dynamic that can cause you to make hundreds, thousands, and perhaps even tens of thousands of dollars. If you'd like to find out what it is, simply hit the 1 key, and you will be able to leave a message, and I'll be sure to get back with you. On the other hand, if you're not interested, just hit the 9 and you'll be removed off our list. You've had those calls before like that, folks. Everyone gets them. They're very popular, and they're not going away, because in this day and age, we call it the information age, everybody is seeking information. That's the kind of business we are in, and we're giving you a license to be able to utilize these tools and products without you having to pay additional money. So right there, if you added them up, $199 plus $495, you're looking at almost $700 worth of beneficial products that you've only paid $25 for. Well, guess what? There's also a whole slew of other very important tools and products that you'll be using. And altogether, if you added them all up, there's $2,000 of these types of products that you're going to receive. That's right, folks. You are going to receive right at $2,000, and you only pay $25 one time with no monthly admin fee. This is crazy. If you looked at it like this, if you were shopping in a mall and you walk by a window of a store and it says, hey, we've got a sale going on inside, everything in the store, it's 99% discount. I don't care what you came to the mall for, folks. Out of curiosity, you're going to stop and you're going to go in that store and look all around, and you're going to say, wow, look at all this stuff I can get for just $25, 98% discount, 99%, whatever. So that's what we have here. I'm not going to go into the other products right now because it would take up too much time, but you kind of get the idea. Even if we never had anything else other than what I've explained to you now, you get a sense of the value, the tremendous value that you get with Ultimate Cycler just by joining with the one-time $25. Now, this is incredible, folks, because our products since they're digital, means that we don't have to mail them out to anybody. It doesn't cost the company any additional funds to create these products and send them to you by either snail mail, which is regular U.S. Postal, or any other means, UPS or whatever. We don't have to do that. And especially since we're global, did you know that a lot of products, if you were selling things like juices and pills and potions, and if you had to have some customers overseas, many times those shipments, those boxes, they get held up in the customs department at the airport, which delays your product being received, if it's received at all. Plus it's expensive sending it all those distances. When you have a digital product, not so, because these digital products, they're there available within the back office just as soon as your prospect pays their $25 fee. Now the fee necessarily doesn't go to you, but it could go to another person that's above you in what we call our 2x2 matrix downline. We have a total of 6 different levels. Now write this down and you'll get it better. 2x2, meaning that you sponsor 2 to get in with you as a business partner, and then each of those 2 sponsor 2 just like you. Hey, that even rhymes. So everyone sponsors 2. That's the minimum. Now someone asks, can I sponsor more than 2? Yes, you can, but everybody else that's in addition to the 2, they can't go on your first level. They have to go somewhere down beneath on your second level. There's only 2 levels, your first level and your second level. So picture this, 2 on your first level, and then each of those 2 getting 2, that's 4 on your second level. Henceforth, we call this a bi-level opportunity matrix, not a multi-level. It's a bi-level. There's only 2 levels. The board doesn't split. You cycle when all 4 of those people come on, and get a load of this. Unlike many other companies, whereas they make you wait until all 4 people comes onto the bottom level before you get a penny. Not with Ultimate Cycler. And this is the brain going to work for Mr. Peter Wolfing when he devised this program. Because he said, you know, I don't want this money to get stuck on a board in case the board doesn't actually go forth at a certain point. I want people to be able to get paid as soon as the people falls in on that second level. So that means this. Let's say you signed up one person, they fell on your first level. And then that person signs up their first person. They fell on your second level. As soon as that happens, you are going to get paid $25, which is exactly what you put into the program to get started. We call that your breaking even point. That's right. Most people that gets into a franchise business, depending upon what it is, it's not uncommon, folks, to wait several months or even years before you'll even break even from your investment that you place into the business to get it back. Here, this can happen on the very same day that you joined up. Henceforth, get with your sponsor, tell them to sign you up today. Why? Because you can get paid today. You don't have to wait till next Friday to get paid. You can get paid today. It's real simple, folks. Don't make this difficult. Now, I did mention that there's a total of 6 different levels. Each level works identical to what I've just explained to you. Only difference is each level has a different value to that particular level. Like, for example, you fill out the first matrix, meaning that you're 2 on the first level, and each of those 2 got 2 of their own. That's 4 on the second level. That particular $25 matrix has a number, and it's going to cycle as soon as the 4th person comes in on the bottom. And what that means is this. You're going to end up with a brand new, I'm panting because this little hill is right over here, and it's good exercise. But anyway, that's a brand new position you're going to be having what we call a business center with a different ID number for that 2x2 matrix. And it'll also be a value of $25. So as soon as you get to that point, our computers will identify who it is you're supposed to pay your $25 to. Okay, and that system repeats like that. So when you cycle out of that again, that's going to be another $25 that you pay from the profits that's going to someone else. And this is how you cycle over and over and over again. But in the meanwhile, you have to remember that the most money that you've made from the $25 matrix level. Hello, folks.
How's it going?
All right, you?
Good.
So the most money that you've made out of that $25 matrix level is $100 because you have 4 people sending in to you a total of $25 each. Now, how would you like to get a 100% raise in your money? That's right. This is called leveraging. We're going to show you now how to leverage some of that money that you just earned into what we call the $50 matrix level. Write that down. It looks identical in structure to the $25 matrix level. So it looks the same. Your 2, who are those 2? Possibly the same 2 that you had on your $25 level, because Peter Wolfing designed this software to where everyone follows their sponsor to wherever they are in the matrix system. Wherever you are, your recruits or your people that you signed up will follow you everywhere you go. So when they get finished with their $25 matrix, the same offer is going to apply to them. They'll be able to upgrade, and you only pay $10 for each upgraded level as an upgrade fee. Why? Because everyone coming in receives a 100% commission, for that particular person. Where does that leave the company? Well, nothing, 0. So this is the only way the company actually makes money, is that when each person upgrades to a different and brand new level, you pay a one-time $10 upgrade fee for that particular level. Quite simple and very inexpensive. We're not trying to gouge money out of you, but the company has to stay alive as well. So you figure, just from your first $25 matrix, you had 100. You put 25 on your second $25 matrix. That leaves you $75 left. So now, out of your profits, you can take $50, we call that leveraging, from there and pay for your new $50 matrix business center. Quite simple, folks, and all of them works the same. So when your 2 get their $25 matrix filled up, it's going to cycle, and they're going to follow you to that $50 matrix level, and it is going to cycle, meaning that the 4 who comes in on what we call your pay line, that's the 4 on the bottom, when they get there, that means you've just cycled again. But this time, you've made $200 because it's 50 times 4, $50 on that level, times 4 people, that's $200. That's a 100% raise from what you received on your $25 level. When is the last time that your boss said, "Hey there, Joe or Mary, I'm going to give you a 100% raise today"? You never hear that. That's why you need to be in your own business, working for yourself, part-time or full-time, doesn't matter, as long as you have your own business. It's tax deductible too, as well, folks, so you'll be able to get tax write-offs on just about most things that you spend money on, including business trips. Go to see somebody out in California, over in Europe. Well, you can just see 1, 2, 3 people, get their names, phone numbers, address, and whether they signed up or not, that's a business expense for you to go see those people, and you can write everything off. Your airline tickets, or if you drove there, your gas, your food, hotels, everything can be deducted right off of your income taxes. So that's a great thing. How you folks doing today? All right, all right. Oh man, it's beautiful out here. Yes, sir. This is life. So anyway, you get the idea, folks. You have a tax-deductible legalized business for $25. It's incredible. That's why I'm so excited about this. Now get a load of this now. Okay, you just cycled off your $50 matrix. You've got $200 in your pocket because 4 different people called you up and they said, hey, this is John Winston over here in South Dakota or wherever they're from. I have $50 for you. How would you like to receive it? Put it in my PayPal. Here that is. Or dump it in my business account. Here that is. Or whatever you want to do. They can wire it to you. They can, whatever you decide between the two of you. You get the message there. So now you got 4 people doing the same thing. That's $200 in your account, folks. And remember, you only paid out of your pocket $25 one time to get started in this business. Very key point for you to remember from this point forward. So now, from that $200 you just received, you're going to cycle. That's going to be $50 going towards your brand new second $50 business center matrix. Okay, so that leaves you $150 left. And then on top of that, you have $150. You're going to upgrade to the next level up now, which is the $100 matrix level. Every time you upgrade, you're going to be receiving a 100% additional income from what your previous level was on. This is so key for you to get. That's a 100% raise on all 5 additional levels. So far, we've got the $50 level, now the $100 matrix level. So when you get the 4 on the bottom, we're going to speed it up now. Those 4 is going to cause you to receive $400. So again, it's going to recycle to your next or second $100 matrix. And that's going to, the computer's going to tell you who to make that payment to. And then from there, you just simply make that payment, and now you will be able to upgrade to the next level, which is $200. So you've gotten $400 altogether. You paid $100 for your second $100 matrix. That leaves you $300 left over. Now you have the money, the funds, the profits, the net profits in which to purchase your $200 matrix level. And it works the same way, folks. Those 4 are going to come in there, and it's going to cause you to make $800. And you're going to pay $200 for your second $200 matrix level after you cycled off of that level. That'll leave you $600 left over out of the $800. All these are your profits. So then you take from there $400 and upgrade to your $400 matrix level. You get the point here. It keeps increasing. Now, the same thing happens to that level as in addition to that, we have our top level, which is the $800 level. So when you get to that level, there's no more upgrading, at least at this point in life. So what does that mean? Let's say you're in the $800 level matrix. You have your same 4 people or whoever coming in on your pay line, each of them calling you up, say, listen, I've got $800 for you today. Where do you want to receive it? And so that's really going to be a good thing when you get that call, because you tell them to send it to your PayPal or whatever account you want it to go to. It's just that simple. So now what happens is that 4 people came in, you received $3,200 total, $3,200 in cash. Okay, so now that's a lot of money. So at this point, you don't have to upgrade anymore. Only thing you have to do with that $3,200 is to keep it cycling, is that when those 4 comes in like that, you just pay $800 for your next $800 cycle level. Okay? Matrix rather, I should say. So that leaves you a total of $2,400 net profit from this point forward. Every time it cycles, you receive 4 payments of $800, which is $3,200 gross. And from those 4 payments, you only pay out 1 payment. I will accept that bargain all day long. You send me 4 payments of $800, and I'll take out of that and pay out $800 one time. That's a real heck of a deal. That's what we have here, folks. Now, here's the good news. We've talked about the $800 matrix, the $400 matrix, the $200 matrix, the $100, the $50, and the $25. Here's the good news. Write this down. You get paid on all 6 at the same time as they cycle. Wow. I don't think we needed the microphone for that. But anyway, that's pretty important news right there, folks. It's like having 6 jobs that you're getting paid for, and you're only working one company. This means that you can end that terrible programming of most networkers going from one program to another because it sounded better. When they got over there, they see that they still were not making money. I can guarantee you, double doggone guarantee you, that this works. In fact, if you just follow my advice, get signed up today, and go get your first person in before this day is over with, and allow those people to get on 3-way calls with you and I, or whoever your sponsor is, and we can get that person signed up, you get your money back today. I mean, that's how good this is. And if you follow those simple instructions, I will pay the person to get in if they don't do that, okay? But you got to follow those instructions. So, folks, there you have it about Ultimate Cycler. There's so much more I can tell you now, but the thing that I will give you is my website that you can get signed up today in the event that you did not have a sponsor. In case you're looking at this through the internet, then you can go ahead and use my sign-up link to get started today. And here it is. It's www. Let me just give you the straight one, which is www.ultimatecycler.com. That's www.ultimatecycler.com/REF, and then another / MrBills, MrBills. That's it. So that's ultimatecycler.com/REF/ MrBills, and you're at home plate already. Okay, there you have it, folks. And we also have a conference call that you can get in on twice a week. This is our personal team call. Okay, it's called the Express Team. And you can get on these calls every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also Saturday afternoons at 1 o'clock p.m. So here's the phone number. Write down these digits. It's area code 712-432-0265. That's 712-432-0265. And there's a PIN code. That's the last thing I'll give you, and that's 802-410-pound. That's 802-410-pound. This has been Bill Braylark, letting you know that it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure spending the last few minutes with you. And I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful walk with me today through the park, as it is so gorgeous out here in Georgia. And you can see I'm running into another trail right about now. It's just really gorgeous. They have natural streams out here. It's just as beautiful as you can be. If you're a lover of nature like I am, folks, you've had a double dose treat today. You've enjoyed the beautiful natural scenery, and you've heard one of the best systems, because this is a system that sells itself. You don't have to do any selling or nothing like that of products, because our products sells themselves through our system. Just have your sponsor give you a complete explanation of why our system sells the products for you. Okay, Bill Braylark signing off. Have a super blessed day. Bye, folks.